All right, it's Tuesday night. Welcome to Rockstar Rally. I am so glad to see you guys here tonight. Tonight, we're talking about authenticity, which I'm so excited about. But before we begin, I would love for someone to share tell me something good. Tell me something good. I would love to hear what's going right in your business or in your life. I love to celebrate what's going right instead of what's going wrong because the world is crazy. So we don't have cable. We have Sling, like we stream TV. And so, oh my gosh, Hannah, yes, I am packing my office up. We don't have cable, we have Sling, and so we don't have any of like the local channels or like any news channels at all, so we never see the news, never know what's going on. And also we've been packing. We're moving in like 48 hours, by the way, from Ohio to North Carolina temporarily until we find a house in South Carolina. So we have been packing and moving literally for the last 2 weeks. And also this is like the busiest time of year with Scentsy. Like my business is just bananas too. And then, we have a 7-month-old baby and all that. So life is crazy. So we don't have news channels or like local channels. And I really don't spend a lot of time online. So for some crazy reason, we flipped on something on Sling today and it says like impeachment hearings. And I'm like, what? Like, I didn't even know what was going on. Like, so the world is crazy. The world is on fire. Everything is bananas. Like, I don't even know. First of all, I'm not really even into politics, but I didn't even know that was happening. Oops. Ignorance is bliss, I guess. Anyway, so the world's crazy. The world's bananas. There's lots of madness going on, but there's always something good and always something to celebrate. So that's what I want to talk about tonight. And I want some of you to share what's going right with your world. Tell me something good. Just unmute yourself and go. I need at least 2 people to share, so be brave.
Hang on. Hello.
Hi.
It's my 4-year wedding anniversary. I got these.
Oh, how sweet. Happy anniversary.
Thank you very much. That's all I got for right now.
How sweet. Happy anniversary. Hannah wants to go into labor by Friday. Oh my gosh, you're super pregnant, that means. Holy moly. Yay. My husband and I in 2 days are celebrating our 10-year wedding anniversary. 10 years. Oh, I've never done anything that long. Literally, this is the longest thing I've ever done. And for those of you who don't know, my husband and I met on eHarmony, and from the day we met face to face, and we got engaged 5 days later, literally 5 days. And then we were married less than 90 days after that. So from the day we met to the day we got married, like we hadn't even known each other for 3 months. And we'll be celebrating 10 years this year. So go us. That's my something good. Anyway, anyone else? I want one more person to unmute themselves and share. Tell me something good about your business, about your life, anything.
I booked my first party today.
Yay. Who is talking?
Vanessa.
Hi, Vanessa. Yay, your first party. That's awesome. Like, is it an in-home party?
It's online, and then I have my open house on the 23rd.
Awesome. Parties are the life of your business, you guys. If you're struggling in your business, struggling with PRV, trying to find recruits, you need some like excitement. I'm telling you, parties are where it's at. Parties are the life of your business. That's awesome. Way to go, Vanessa. Morgan has her highest PRV yet. That's awesome. Oh, cool. All right, guys. I love it. Thank you for sharing your something goods with me. So tonight, let's talk about authenticity. Oh, first, announcement. Did anyone see, hopefully everyone saw, the announcements about World Tour? If you're unfamiliar with World Tour, it's kind of like a mini convention that happens in the springtime. If you are familiar with World Tour, we're making some changes this year. They are Saturday-only events, which is hopefully good news for all of you, because I know sometimes weekday stuff can be really difficult. They're Saturday-only events. They are going to be larger events, because if you'll notice, there's fewer events around the country than there are typically. So that means they're going to be larger, bigger. They're going to be very like, here's how you build your business focused, rather than like, here's the new products. So it's going to be a lot about building your business, becoming successful, and your kits, the giveaway kits, are going to include a lot of business tools, which I'm really excited about. And then there also will be still some kind of like fun secret information that comes out at World Tour. So it's totally, totally worth it to go. The new catalog will have already been launched. And so go to World Tour. It's a one-day thing. If you have to drive 6 hours, drive 6 hours, get a hotel. It's all business expense, so it's a write-off for taxes, which is really nice. But grab some friends, share a hotel room, make a weekend out of it, but go, because the day will give you energy and excitement and focus and everything that you need to get through the next several months and a brand new catalog and the summer and all of that. I'm telling you, events, we have a saying in Scentsy, and it's that leaders are born at events. How many of you have been to a Scentsy event and had a light bulb moment go off at some point? Yep. See, there's a lot. Well, maybe some of you can't see because your screens aren't on, but I see lots of hands up. Okay. Light bulbs go off at events. Leaders are born at events. Magic happens at events. Yep. Scentsy Spirit. Maria says yes. Aikila says her first SFR. Hannah said lights and fire inside of you. Okay. So many amazing things happen at Scentsy events. Besides like business building and training, it's so good just to be around other Scentsy consultants. There's something warm and fuzzy that it does for your soul, and something so energetic about it. Shannon, her first SFR. I mean, you guys, I promise you, totally worth your investment, worth your time. So even if you have to drive, go, go, go. I haven't been able to plan out my route yet this year. There were 2 main stops that I really wanted to make, and they're both happening on the same day. Womp, womp. So I have to choose. But I'm going to hit up a couple different locations this year. So hopefully I can see lots of you where you're at. So World Tour, there'll be more information in your news tab, and you can register for it in the events tab. Is registration open yet? Does anybody know? No, not yet. Okay. Okay. So that it will be open soon. Okay, awesome. So tonight we're talking about authenticity and branding. Who knows what branding is? Just unmute yourself and tell me about branding. Tell me what it is. I saw some hands go up. You gotta unmute yourself. This is an interactive call, friends. Who knows what branding is?
Branding is wearing the Scentsy product, having the Scentsy product in your home, just always talking about it, always loving it, telling people how authentic it is and how valuable it is.
Okay.
That's
awesome.
my definition.
Okay. Shannon, I just unmuted you for you. There you go. Oh, you're unmuted, but I can't hear you for some reason. So you might have to like give your microphone permission or something. Who else has an idea of what branding is? Or give me an example of someone or a company or a person who has good branding.
All right.
Coca-Cola for the holidays.
Coca-Cola for the holidays. Yep. Totally. Polar bears. We all know it, right?
Starbucks, Target.
Starbucks, Target. What makes Starbucks and Target have good branding?
Because you can recognize that mermaid
logo and know immediately without the word Starbucks that it's Starbucks. And then Target, they have the bullseye.
Yep.
And you can see that, and you don't have to even see the word Target to know that that's what the advertising is about.
Yep. And
like
what
recognizable, what's the word? Is when you can recognize something without any wording, any explanation, like certain designs that they use, aesthetics, like
right.
you can tell like what company is for, what person it's
right.
about, without having to see visual, or like if you're hearing it, like if it's a slogan or something, you know exactly that it's like McDonald's or Burger King just based off of their slogan, or Pizza Hut, something like that.
Right. So if I go ba-da-ba-ba-ba, what do we all know about this? Exactly. Exactly. Also, in talking about those two companies, which company is green?
Starbucks.
Which company is red?
Target.
Yep. Give me some other. Hannah said Chick-fil-A.
Nike. You can do Just Do It.
Nike, Just Do It. Okay.
Dunkin'.
Dunkin'.
So can I say with branding, it's like what sets you apart from other people, like what makes it authentically you, and what people will associate with you when they think of you.
Exactly.
Very good. Very good. Shannon said setting yourself apart. Tiffany said separating
Same
yourself
wavelength, Shannon.
labels, logos, etc. Very good. Okay. So in talking about Target, Starbucks, Chick-fil-A, Nike, all these companies, there's one word that I'm thinking of it's something that they do extremely well. Their message that they send out that makes you always recognize their brand, their message is consistent, right? So you don't see Nike one day being orange and the next day being green and the next day being purple and changing up their fonts and changing up their logo and changing up their slogan, changing up their style. Nike is always orange. Nike always has a check mark. Nike's slogan is always just do it, right? They're consistent. They're repetitive, right? They always send the same message. They always talk about the same thing. With Scentsy, there's something that we all have, and we can all send the consistent message that is the same for all of us, and that's that we're Scentsy consultants, right? We all sell the same exact product. We all are part of the same exact company. We have the same exact compensation plan, the same opportunity for training, the same access to information. But what makes you and your business unique and different? What is authentic about you? What is authentic about your Scentsy business? I love that authenticity is one of our core values, because this means I can be me and you can be you, and we can both be wildly successful, and our businesses don't have to look alike, and we don't have to look alike. We don't have to sound alike or be from the same place or have the same hair color or dress the same or whatever, right? The most beautiful display of Scentsy authenticity to me happens on awards night at Scentsy Family Reunion. On awards night at Scentsy Family Reunion, you will see Superstar Directors, Annual Sales Excellence, Annual Mentor Award, Sensational Start Level 3. You'll see all of these people who've earned these big awards walk across the stage. You know what you'll see when these people walk across the stage? You'll see millennials. You'll see grandparents. You'll see anyone in between. You'll see just out of high school. You'll see people with no degree. You'll see people who have doctorates. You'll see people in ball gowns and tuxedos. You'll see people in t-shirts and jeans and baseball hats. There are young and old, men and women, all different walks of life. To me, the most beautiful display of Scentsy authenticity is awards night at Scentsy Family Reunion, because you can see how every single person has their own unique message, their own unique story, their own unique brand, and the common thread is they're all wildly successful, which is so cool to me. if you look at some other direct selling companies around the world, you'll see that all of the leaders, all of the award earners, they all look the same. They sound the same. They talk the same, right? It's kind of bizarre. So the people will come into these direct sales companies and they have to kind of morph into this individual or this ideology of what this company thinks is success. In Scentsy, you can be totally you and rock yourself and be super successful. This is my favorite part about Scentsy, okay? So when we're talking about all of these brands and how recognizable they are, the number one thing to remember is they send a consistent message. So you, in your branding, you have to send a consistent message, okay? But you got to take it one step back and decide, what do I want my message to be? What do I want my brand to look like? What kind of values do I want to represent? What kind of things do I want to put out into the world? Okay. What do I want my business to stand for? If you feel like you know what your brand is, unmute yourself and tell me some things about your brand. Some people started to say some things earlier in the comments, so unmute yourself and tell me.
Excellent customer service, and I always send thank you mails, and my brand is basically fall in love with Scentsy.
Okay.
Because I include that verbiage pretty much in almost all my posts.
Okay, awesome. So you send that consistent message. So she has a consistent slogan, fall in love with Scentsy. I love it. Who else?
Mine is pink, like everything.
100%. I know that about you.
All of my happy mail, my team mail, anything you get, it's pink. And I don't even really like pink. Don't even ask me how it started. Unicorns.
Yep.
Target. Oh my gosh, I don't know. Coffee. Hobby Lobby. Tacos.
Tacos, 100%.
Lots of things, but
Also babies.
yes, and a butt ton of kids.
Okay, I love it. Who else? Tell me about your brand.
Andrea, you forgot beanies. You're always wearing cute beanies. Okay, I'm gonna tell y'all what my brand is. My daughter, because she's always going live with me, and she walked the stage with me at Scentsy Family Reunion. She's always dressed in either an Elsa gown or a tiara, because she used to do pageants. That's how half of my team are pageant moms.
Amazing.
Glitter, I love glitter. My team knows it. They call me Glitter Fairy. And also the color pink, but I do love the color pink. I write out my thank you notes in pink ink. And my family, again, everyone knows that I do this because of my family.
Love it. I love it. If you'll notice, these two ladies, what they talked about. They talked a little bit about their businesses, but they also talked about themselves, right? So both Andrea and Amanda said a lot of things that didn't have to do with Scentsy, right? Glitter, my family, my daughter, unicorns, tacos, right? All of these things. They don't specifically have anything to do with Scentsy or wax or business, right? But this is so much a part of their brand, because this is something that we all have to remember. People are going to buy from you. Like, yes, they're buying Scentsy, they're buying a great product, but they're buying from you because of you. They're buying Scentsy because of you. So when they can identify with you, or honestly, guys, if they just like you, I'm gonna say something that might not sit well with everyone, but here's the truth, okay? In order to build a great business, you have to be likable. You have to be likable. People have to like you. So in general, people have to like and enjoy you. Now, you're not always going to be everyone's cup of tea. You're not going to connect with every single person. Not everyone is going to identify with you or be in the same boat as you or be in the same, wear your shoes, that kind of thing. But you generally have to be a likable person. In my opinion, in order to be a likable person, you need to be kind. Okay? That should be in everyone's brand, by the way. Kindness should be in everyone's brand. It should just be kind of what you do. And you can be sassy and be kind. I'm not saying like you have to be I'm not saying you have to morph into this other individual. You can be sassy and be kind. You can say cuss words and be kind. You know what I mean? You can do all the whatever you want to do and be kind. Like, it's okay. But kind should be a part of your brand. Kindness is attractive. Kindness is likable. Okay, here's another thing that should be part of your brand. Positivity. Positivity is attractive. Positivity is likable. Negativity is the opposite. Negativity is unattractive. Negativity is unlikable. When you are scrolling on Facebook and you see negativity, it can do a few things. You can give you anxiety. It can like suck you down into this black hole. It can turn you negative. Negativity spreads like wildfire, like so bad. But negativity does not produce income. It doesn't produce followers. It doesn't make people like you. Okay, negativity is so icky. Also, you're a radiant rock star. We don't do that. Okay, that's not what we do. Negative people get unfollowed. Yep, that's a great point, Maria. Negative people get unfollowed. They get unfriended. So, especially if we're talking about social media, negativity has zero place on your social media. I don't care if you went to a restaurant and it was a bad experience. Like, it doesn't belong on your social media. You just don't talk about it. Okay? I know you don't need to go to Yelp and write a nasty review. Like, just internalize it, call it a day. Or write it on a piece of paper and throw it in the trash. Like, it doesn't need to come out of you. You don't need to spread it. That it doesn't need to be spread anywhere. Because what if someone had a negative experience with you as a consultant and went online and trashed you? Right? How would that make you feel? Because even restaurants, even businesses, even companies, they're full of people, and people are not perfect, just like you and I are not perfect. So negativity has no place on any of your social media accounts. And that's kind of where you start, but your ultimate goal is that negativity has no place in your life, in your mind, in your heart, right? In who you allow in your circle, in the friends that you are surrounded with, in your business. We want to remove that. So 2 things should always be a part of your brand: kindness and positivity. I'll tell you right now, if that was your entire brand, kindness and positivity and nothing else, you would be the most attractive consultant. You would be the most successful consultant. Like, even if you just had those 2 things, people are drawn to that. That is what we call attraction marketing. Attraction marketing is when people are drawn to you. Okay? People are drawn to things that are happy and positive and light, full of light and hope, and not darkness and sadness and angry, right? People are attracted to those types of things. Now, the other thing that's extremely attractive when we're talking about bringing in customers, potential recruits, team members, even leading your own team, the other thing that is extremely attractive is someone who is fully and confidently themselves. When you know who you are and you are fully and confidently yourself all the time, people are drawn to that. People are drawn to confidence. And now let me encourage you with this. You might say, oh, I'm not confident, or I struggle with confidence, or maybe someone in your life told you that you're not confident or that you struggle with confidence, or maybe that has been drilled into your head, or I'm shy, right? Confidence is a learned skill. Confidence is not something people are born with. Confidence is not something that people have naturally. Confidence is a learned skill. Here's what that means. Every single one of you on this call has the same ability to be confident. Every single person. It takes discipline and training and learning and teaching yourself to be confident. Confidence also comes from knowledge. Okay. So if you're unsure about something, or you don't have full knowledge of a certain area of your business, or about a product, or about how to, confidence comes from knowledge. Confidence comes from trying and failing and trying and failing and learning and learning. Confidence comes from experience. And so if you're like, oh, I'm not confident in this, you got to keep trying. The only way to get confident is to try and fail and learn and get up and do it better the next time, and fail and learn and get up and do it even better. And I promise you, confidence builds over time. It's also a conscious choice to not let someone else tell you that you're shy, or you're not able, or you don't have it in you, or this isn't for you. Confidence is a learned skill. Okay. Confidence, kindness, positivity. Those are sort of overarching themes that should be in every single person's brand. Now, what sets you apart and makes you unique are those little things that contribute to your brand. So we heard a couple ladies talk about what their brands are. My brand, you guys probably all know, coffee, pit bulls, right? Currently it's Dunkin' Donuts coffee. Specifically, donuts, also a part of my brand. Harry Potter, right? These things are all my brand, and it's pretty consistent, pretty simple. Now, you don't have to have a list of 50 things. Pick like 3 or 4 things that you love that are authentic to you. Even if you're like, this is super weird, but I'm into like the pimple popper lady. If you're into the pimple popper lady, that's totally okay. Let me tell you something. Weirdness and things that you think are weird. First of all, there are lots of other weird people who are into that stuff. Okay. So you're going to connect with those people, number 1. But number 2, that sets you apart. Why the heck do you want to look like everyone else? Why do you want to act like everyone else? Why do you want to have the same message as everyone else? You got to embrace your weird, as Aikila said. I love it. Embrace your weird. Check yourself and say, what do I want my brand to be? Pick like 3 or 4 things and start to build that consistent message. But make it authentic to you. Whatever it is that is your jam, you run with it. I don't care how weird you think it is or who won't connect with you. I don't care if you like to pick your boogers. I don't care what your weird thing is. Pick your weird thing and roll with it. Because guess what? There's other weirdos just like you. Other weirdos just like you. And they are looking for someone to connect with them. They are looking for someone to stand up and say, this is my thing. This is my jam. This is me authentically. I love it. And when you do that, you give others permission to be authentically themselves too. You give others permission to be like, girl, I'm so glad you said that because I love that too. That is so my thing. What is your brand? Is it PB&J? Okay. I don't care what your brand is. Tell me, anyone, unmute yourself and tell me something about yourself that you're like, this is weird. I'm not sure if I should do this in my brand. I want to hear it. What are your weird things? Embrace your weird. Let me hear it. Don't be afraid. It's okay. You're among friends here. It's okay. This is a safe space.
I like the smell of skunk in the air.
Shannon likes the smell of skunk. I'm obsessed with that right now. If only Scentsy could create a skunk smell for you. Mm-hmm. Amazing.
I love the smell of gasoline.
Gasoline? Mm-hmm.
That's a good one.
I actually know a lot of people that enjoy that smell. So it's not so weird. See, I promise you. What else? Look,
I like the smell of permanent markers.
Permanent markers. Shannon, you've started a movement. Look at this. I just want you to see what happened right now. I said, what is your weird thing? Shannon said, I like skunk smell. Shannon just started a movement that allowed all these other people to say the things of weird things that they like the smell of. They don't have to like the skunk smell, but they just said, I like the smell of gasoline. I like the smell of markers. Shannon just started a movement. Do you see what just happened right here in our little tiny Rockstar Rally? Do you see what just happened? How cool is this? This is a perfect example of what happens when you truly and authentically live into your brand, where you pick your weird, you embrace your weird, and you move forward in it. You empower others to do the same. Look, we have more love the smell of stuff happening over here in comments. See? Look, this is a movement, you guys. Look at
I'm obsessed with puppy breath. I love it. I could just smell a puppy's breath all day long. I don't know why. I'm obsessed.
Okay, I'm obsessed with this movement that we just had happen right here in Rockstar Rally right now. This is what happens though, you guys. When you live fully and authentically into yourself and you embrace your weird and you move forward confidently in whatever is your jam and you embrace it, you start a movement and you give others permission to do the same exact thing. Lori loves boy bands and Disney. That's amazing. Glitter and leopard. Obsessed with leopard. Pool water smell. Burning wood. Italian bread. Guys, this is awesome. This is awesome. I love this because it is so important to be you. Every single one of you on this call is very different. I don't even know what a loris is. Can you help me? Unmute yourself and tell me what that is, because I don't even know. Did I even say it right?
Yeah, you did.
What's a loris?
A loris, I don't know if you can hear me. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, so a loris is like, it looks like a lemur, but it's got giant eyes.
Oh my
If you go
God.
look on YouTube, type in slow loris, and one will actually, people actually have them as animals, and they eat rice balls, and they're so cute. They're like the cutest things ever.
Oh my gosh. Okay, and so for this to be like your weird thing, hi, there's another cutie, hi. For this to be like your weird thing, there's videos on YouTube about it. Do you see this? Do you see what's happening? She says, but there's a whole community of people. There's videos on the internet about this weird animal, right? I promise you, whatever is your thing, whatever your jam is, there's a whole community of people in the world that's going to identify with you, that's going to have the same feelings about it as you. And that is your audience. I read a quote about marketing once that says, when you speak to everyone, you speak to no one. And what that means is, if your message is too broad, if you are all over the place, if you're not authentically yourself, you never will actually reach anyone, because no one can connect with you. Now, you can't be so specific that literally no one can understand you at all, right? You can't be so specific that people join your team and they can't replicate and duplicate what you do because it's so specific to you. There has to be an element in you and your business and your brand that's duplicatable. And I think that that's kind of where kindness and positivity, where those things can kind of come in, right? Those are the kind of things that bind us together. Scentsy, wax, warmers, those things bind us together. Those are duplicatable. But if you speak to everyone, you speak to no one. You will never reach someone if your message is too broad. You're trying to appeal to too many people. You're trying to wear too many hats. You're trying to absorb the brands of other people instead of actually just being your own true self. There's not going to be any attraction marketing happening there. So your first exercise would be to say, what is my brand? What message do I want to send, right? Do you want to, is it women empowerment? Is that your message? Is it financial freedom? Is it fun hobby? What is your message? And that's something only you can decide. I can't tell you what that is. You're not going to find it in a book. You're not going to discover it in a training. You have to ask yourself and do some soul searching. And also remember this, when you're deciding what you want your brand to be, remember when we talked about Starbucks, Target, Nike, all these things? Guys, these brands don't change. They have stayed the same forever. Starbucks has always been green. Target has always been red. So when you pick your thing, Make sure it's something that you want to commit to for the long haul. Make sure it's something that's, and if it's authentic to you, it'll be no problem to commit to it for the long haul. If it's inauthentic or it's difficult for you or you're forcing it, you're going to want to change it, and the seasons change. And so you want to change that, or you have a new group of friends. And so, oh, you're a different person now, right? It has to be you. It has to be you through and through and through. And when you are you through and through and through, people are so attracted to that, and people will come to you, I promise. And here's the thing, you have to build it consistently. There has to be repetition. You have to talk about it over and over and over and over again. And you're going to think people like don't want to see another picture of me drinking coffee. But every time you do that, you're saying, this is my brand. This is my brand. This is my brand. This is my brand every time. So there's a repetition key. There's a consistency key. You have to do it over and over and over and over again. I'm talking for the rest of your days as a Scentsy consultant. This is how you build your brand, okay? Decide what you want your brand to be and send a consistent, constant, repetitious message over and over and over again. So if you go look on my Instagram, you will see coffee, my daughter, my dog, traveling, donuts. You'll literally see only those topics. You're not going to see anything else. Occasionally you'll see some hiking in there, right? And that's kind of like a sub part of my brand, right? So you'll see those types of things in my brand, but that's all you will see. You're not going to see an occasional politics post thrown in. You're not going to see an occasional like angry review. You're not going to see even a positive thing that maybe has to do with something that's not my brand, like makeup or fashion. Those aren't my brand. You're not going to see anything like that on my Instagram because it's not my brand. Here's what you have to ask yourself. Every time you post something, every single time, whether it's a story or a post or writing or a picture or whatever, you have to ask, does this contribute to my brand? And if the answer is no, you don't post it. You do not post it. You have to ask yourself, does this send the message that I want to send? Does this contribute to my brand, which is these 4 or 5 things, these 3 things, these 4 things, whatever? Does this contribute to this? If it does not, you don't post it. This is how you start to build your brand. This is how you start to build something that's recognizable like Starbucks or Target or Nike, okay? That's how you start to do that. Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you. I love you too. Yes, and so if your Instagram or your Facebook is a mishmash of things, you can start today. You can start to kind of streamline it, start to decide what you want your brand to be. I had to go through this revolution in my business. Like the first several years of my business, I was all over the place. And guys, I'm also going to be honest with you. If you look on my Instagram, you're not going to see Scentsy. You're not going to see that. Because that's not my brand and that doesn't separate me from other people. You will see Scentsy in my stories on occasion, but you know where most of my Scentsy happens? In my VIP group. In my VIP group. Because remember what I said earlier, when you speak to everyone, you speak to no one. I'm not going to throw my energy in my Scentsy post out on my main Instagram, Facebook, whatever post because I'm speaking to everyone and it's not targeted. In my VIP group, my energy is targeted. In my VIP group, I'm really focused on people who want to see Scentsy. They're there for Scentsy. So that's where I'm going to spend my energy is in my VIP group. If you don't have a VIP group, it's time to start one. It's very simple. Create a group on Facebook. Ask people if they want to join. Let them join themselves. Do not just put people in there because then you're just being annoying and nobody wants that, I promise. And nobody will care what you have to say when you're in your VIP group either. So when you go on my social media feeds, you're not going to see a bunch of Scentsy. Now, you might see things occasionally like Scentsy paid for this pedicure or thanks to Scentsy I got to travel. You know, you're going to see things like that because this is what I do. This is who I am. You're going to see me talk about my team. You're going to see me celebrate other people, but you're not going to see buy this warmer. You're not going to see anyone want a 6-pack of wax. I'm in a brick challenge. Here's a holiday that you're not going to see that kind of stuff. That's going to be in my VIP group. That's going to be personal message. That's going to be follow-up. That's going to be in my Instagram stories, things like that. Okay. Your Facebook, Instagram, your social media feed should be your brand. People buy from you. People buy Scentsy, but from you, because of you, because they connect with you, identify with you, like you. Okay, just like we talked about earlier. It's kind of like this cheesy saying. I feel like our world is like all cheesy sayings now, right? There's like all these quotes and girl boss things, and like people just throw them up and they're like this. Right? People throw them up on Facebook and they're like this, or so much this, or whatever, which is fine. But there's this cheesy saying that says your vibe attracts your tribe. But listen, nothing is more true in marketing, social media, branding, being authentically you than your vibe attracts your tribe. What you throw out there is what you're going to attract. Okay? What you're putting out is what you're going to draw in. If you're putting out positive, light, hope, good things, that's what you're going to attract. If you're throwing out negative, complaining, woe is me, nobody helps me, I'll never be successful, that's what you're going to attract. If you throw out things like, I am powerful, I am an influencer, I love this, I am strong, I can do, if you throw out that, that's what you're going to attract. Your vibe attracts your tribe. It's so, so, so true. Okay, so branding, consistent message, keep it repetitive, choose something that's authentically you so you can stick to it for the rest of your life. If it's not authentic to you, you're going to want to change it. And you can't change it. You can't change your brand. Otherwise, people won't take you seriously. Pick a font that you like and make that be a consistent font in all your marketing materials. Pick a color that you like, make that be a consistent color in all your marketing materials. I like black. All my stickers are black, my postcards are black, my thank you cards, everything, it's all black. My join flyers are black. I use the same fonts. Okay, I like black, black and white. Like that's pretty much it. If you like pink, go with pink. If you like glitter, go with glitter. If you like purple, do it. If you like neon, go for it. If red is your jam, roll on, sister. Like pick what's you and stick with it. Pick a font you like. Pick a sans serif font, by the way. That's just a side note. Maybe Akila can back me up because she's like a graphic designer.
Wait, what did you say? I'm sorry.
I said pick a sans serif font.
No, wait, what? One more time.
Pick a sans serif font.
Yeah, sans serif.
Sans serif. Pick a sans serif font. See?
Yeah, sans serif or serif. Like you want to mix a sans serif with the serif, but you never want to do like both sans serif. Like if you're gonna do like, sorry, I'm going on a tangent, but you don't want to do fonts that are exactly that look alike together, like two different fonts that both are sans serif because it's harder to read. So you want to do like a serif font for like your paragraphs or whatever, and then like a sans for like your heading or whatever.
Yep. I love it.
Or vice versa.
If you're like, what the heck even is that? Just Google it. Serif is E-R-I-F.
Serif has legs. Sans means without legs, like on the end of the letters at the bottom. There you go.
Andrea said, send me that. That's funny. Just Google this. I'm going to type it in chat. Sans serif and then serif. You'll find it. Oh, there's a font. Okay. Anyway, so that's my best thoughts on branding, authenticity. Please be you. Okay. Don't feel like you have to be like anyone else. I promise you, if you spend your time chasing what someone else does or who someone else is or what they have, you're going to be frustrated. You're going to spin your wheels. You're probably going to be sad. And you won't see the success that you want to see. Take it from me because I did it for a long time. I tried to force things in my business that weren't me. I looked at someone else and said, oh my gosh, she's so successful. That's what she's doing. I got to do exactly that. And it got me nowhere. because it wasn't me. It wasn't sustainable. It wasn't something I could stick to, right? It was forced, and that's not something that you want to do every day for the rest of your life. That's a job, right? This is not Scentsy. Just be you, guys. Just be you. Just be you. Who cares what anyone else said? I don't care what anyone told you at some point in your life, that you are weird, or like you don't deserve this, or like you don't belong here, or like you can't sit with us. Like, that's not Scentsy. That's not Radiant Rockstars, because you belong here and you can sit with us and you can be weird and you can be not weird and you can be fashionable or you can be not fashionable, and you can come with full face of makeup or you can have no makeup. You can be young, old, you can be educated, you can be a high school dropout, and you can be a superstar director with Scentsy. It doesn't matter where you come from, what you look like, who your friends are. Well, it does matter who your friends are, because you need to surround yourself with the right people. But listen, be you and celebrate your uniqueness, and with that, celebrate the uniqueness of others. Let them be them. If you are a leader, let your team be unique. Let them be individuals. Celebrate that in them. Encourage that in them. Help them find success in their own right. Help them find success in the way that they want to find success, and the way that they want to look and they want to act and they want to talk. No one has to be just like you. You don't have to be just like me. Your goals aren't the same. Your life skills aren't the same. The only thing that's the same is that we all sell Scentsy. That's the only thing that makes us all here. But we're all so different. Embrace your different. Embrace who you are. And sister, you move forward, full steam ahead, in confidence, move boldly, move fiercely. I promise you, differences make us better. When we're different, we're better. When we can learn from each other, we're better. When we can see that someone else brings something else to the table and they might have a better idea than I do, and they're maybe like, that's better. Differences are they're the best. Different is beautiful. Yeah, you're right, Shannon. Different is beautiful. I love it. All right. Any final thoughts on branding, authenticity? Any questions?
You are amazing. That's all I have to say.
I don't know who said that, but that's so kind. Thank you.
It's Ian.
It's who?
It's Ann White.
Oh, Ann. Hi, Ann.
Hi, honey. How are you?
Good. Thank you. You're so sweet.
I just want to say, oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
Okay. I just want to say, like, when you start with your branding and you're like really into it and people are starting to notice what your branding is, you can always tell, especially on social media, when your friends and your customers start posting things on your profile or they send you messages. I'm getting a ton of messages of Jason Momoa anything, or tagged on anything Jason Momoa, anything Harry Potter. People are messaging me about what I'm watching on TV, what latest movie I watch, my eyelashes, my hair. They'll just message me about my hair and all that kind of stuff. So that's when you know that your branding is spot on, like it's working. People are seeing it and noticing it because you're doing it consistently, you're using it consistently. So just keep your eye out on that, because then you'll know, like, I did it. I'm there.
I agree completely, Aikila, because actually every year around Halloween, or even not around Halloween, everyone starts tagging me in Halloween memes. People post sloth things on my profile all the time because they know how much I love sloths. Like, so I completely agree. Like, that's how you know that, like, that's your brand. That's your authenticity right there.
Yep.
I always think of Shannon when I see Halloween. Always. Just
yeah.
Very, very good at her branding, right? She's open, she's honest, she's authentic about it. This is me, and she shares it consistently. I always think of Shannon when I see anything Halloween.
Her whole house is Halloween.
Perfect.
It is.
Her whole house. Everything.
Perfect. That's perfect. I always think of Andrea when I see tacos. Always. right? Because Andrea consistently shares, look at this new taco I got. It's been a tough day. Look at my takeout taco. We're having tacos for dinner tonight. I love tacos, right? And I appreciate that so much because I also like food. And so I always think of Andrea when I think of tacos. Jason Momoa, Aikila, like they're just meant to be, right? Let's talk about that for a second.
Yes, thank you. He's my husband. He doesn't know it yet. It's okay.
I had a customer of mine send me a message yesterday with a screenshot, and she said, you need this for your Chloe donut runs. And it was a Dunkin' Donuts dog bandana that had donuts on it. And I was like, oh my God, but that's my brand, right? Donuts, Chloe. She saw that and she was like, you need this for your dog. And so that's the way you know that your branding is working. People send me coffee stuff all the time. This made me think of you, right? All the time. Harry Potter. Oh my God, did you see this? You need this, well, right? When you start, that's such a good point, Aikila. When you start getting messages or people start tagging you or responding to you in that way, you know your branding is working. Let me also encourage you that it can take a while. Okay, because you do have to be consistent and constant. So you might have to post something 100 times before somebody recognizes that it's your brand. So if you're doing that every single day, that's over 3 months before someone could recognize it. Okay, you might have to do it that much. If you did it once a week, that's 2 years. Okay, so you've got to remember, don't lose heart, be consistent. But here's what you do today, tomorrow, whatever, you need to decide. You need to decide what you want your brand to be. You've got to decide. And then every single time you post, you say, does this contribute to my brand? If the answer is no, you don't post it. Okay. Any other thoughts or comments on branding or authenticity? I will say so many of you are so good at this, and I'm so proud of you. And I love that we have so many people who just embrace their thing and roll with it. Makes my heart happy. I love to see people doing them. Okay. So I picked number 22 before we even started tonight because my husband always picks numbers at the beginning or the end. So I thought I'd take actions into my own hands and pick something in the middle. So let me find number 22. Hold, please. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Shannon Malloy, number 22, yay! Shannon Malloy, you win the prize tonight. And as usual, I usually send up about a month's worth of prizes at one time. So if you're still waiting on a prize, it's coming, I promise. It might be after I move, okay? We move in like 48 hours and my life is bananas. But I'm
Shannon!
Yay! Okay, guys, I love you. Go be yourself and build a great business. See you next Tuesday. Bye.